And we're back.
Hello.
Podcast number 9.
I'm Bridget.
I'm Dana. Today's topic is how to use networking to get business opportunities. But first, it's important for us if you like our podcast, so please give us a like, give us a heart, just any comments. We're just
On
going to grow
Facebook, yeah.
out of it. So any feedback will be much appreciated.
Will be. So today what we thought we'd talk about is growing your network through having a budget, and so that would be doing it through networking events and getting to meet people, building relationships, and figuring out what networks are the right ones for you.
Because I think today with social media, it's easy for people to see that there's so many groups, so many things, like every type of organization trying to join me, like even just for small business in South Africa. I think you have like 4 or 5 institutes that in trying to invite you. So why pay for one and why not do with the others? Which networking event to go to? You actually got so many options that you need to find a way how you choose the right one that right for you. But also how you maybe say, like I can say that for some of them, I'm trying to think like, am I going to gain something out of it? Yes, no. And I just know that this may be going to give me a nice exposure, but I'm giving it a chance. And there's some that I think it's maybe going to be a waste of time and energy and maybe even money.
I think a good thing is to my whole look. I'm an extrovert, so for me it's okay. I think if you're an introvert, for those introverts out there, it is a little bit harder, and I completely get that, and I completely respect that. And even if you can just try maybe one a month, and just try it. You just try one, you go, actually not really my thing. That's fine. But
So
if you
I
don't
do
try,
believe in giving it a try. Give it a try, it's a must. Like you need to try, you need to give it a chance, but then you'll see like what's working for you and what's not.
Yeah.
But also when you go to a networking event, there's like a small event. So if you're an introvert, maybe the small ones is gonna be the challenge on what you do to, push yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But
take a friend, go with a friend, and it's
that's what I done when I met you in the networking event. Yes. Look at us now. And I went with like a friend that I know, and then I met another 2 people in the car actually, and then I met you, and look what happened.
So the only thing is you don't want to go with somebody that you're too comfortable with, because there's no point in going to a networking event and you and your best bud are sitting together and not engaging with anyone else, because you may as well just go and have a drink. What's the point of actually going to a networking event? No, you do have to then encourage each other together or individually to actually interact with 1 or 2 people. Just go out there and just meet 1 or 2 people, not shoving business cards in anyone's face. Nobody likes that.
So I'll agree with you for the part of like going with someone that you really know. If you try to go with a good friend, make sure that you guys are not like a glue to each other. And you still give some space and try to learn and meet other people. Because what's the point? So like I fully agree with you about that.
Yeah.
And yes, and I don't like it when people actually come and just give you the problem. Do you actually know if my business is the right business for you to collaborate with? Do you actually don't just give the business card. Actually initiate a conversation. Chat with someone. Try to understand, like, is it like something I can gain, a business opportunity from that? Maybe a nice collaboration. Like, I think, like, I think it's a good example, like, on how we use a networking event eventually to get something for both of our business. And for both of us on a personal level as well. Because we both, I think, like, growth.
Exactly, and I think just by having that conversation, you're going to get a better understanding about if you're on the same page, if you think there's a possibility of some sort of collaboration. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go there just to go and get a client. It could also just be for collaborative.
It is. I think most of the time you're actually going to get more options for collaborations, or even just open the door. Maybe I'm going to meet someone in a networking event, and that person is not the person that I'm gonna work with as a client, but he actually has got a few friends or other businesses he's working with that can, find a way to collaborate and get more business opportunities. But also, I think like networking events is part of live this out of the business opportunities, but it's also what do you do for yourself? How you push yourself to do things that you're not comfortable with. You go, you speak out, you meet other people.
And mixing with people that are going through the same thing. Sometimes it almost like can be a bit of a support group. I know that sounds a bit strange. But like a bit of a support group.
But it is.
you're going to something, you're saying, this is my challenge. So I go, oh my gosh, me too. And then you're looking at ways to find solutions. Sometimes if you're just owning it like on your own, in your own head, this problem becomes so massive and it doesn't need to be that big. You can sit and work through something.
And I agree. It's like we always say, like having your own business is like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's a ride on a roller coaster. So if you see other people and you chat with them, apparently, I don't know, maybe you find yourself that you stuck and you got into a wall now and like things are not moving, and then you chat with someone else and say, I've been in your place and this is what I've done, and you can think and say, oh wow, it's actually not a bad thing, maybe I should do it as well. And that's a nice way also to learn more about how to get your business from A to, I don't know, let's say F.
And also, if you have a very clear budget on what you want to spend to get more business, to get more clients, to do your marketing, and invariably when you start up, it's a limited budget, right? Let's be completely honest. So if you have X amount, you know how much you can spend on these events. So you can work out for the month, this is my budget for marketing, X amount is going to be spent on going to these networking events. It'll cost you a few $100. How long can you go? Really?
So with that, I must say, like, a lot of organizations, especially companies, they're trying to get you to pay, like to be a member. I personally, after doing it once, I wouldn't recommend it that easily to do, especially maybe if you can really get a lot out of it. I would pay.
Yeah.
But if it's just for you to go once in a while for some of the events, I would just pay the full amount for the event and go without committing. And especially if you don't have the extra budget. If you have an extra budget, so just pay and,
Or unless it's something like I recently went to a Toastmasters. And I've been to a few of the Toastmasters and I've decided that I'm actually going to join. But I'm not joining Toastmasters because it's a networking group to go and get business. I'm joining because I want to develop my public speaking skills, and that's what I want to work on. So I'm joining as a member for a purpose. And by default or by luck or divine intervention, if part of that I end up getting, networking and picking up business or collaborating with people, that's just a plus. Exactly. So also, what is your intention? Before you go to the event, what is your intention? Because the intention is going to either have the expectation or the disappointment of what the outcome is going to be. No, very important.
I fully agree. And that's why, have a KPI, measure yourself. So when you go to an event, you want to join, you need to write yourself, okay, if I'm going to this networking event, what will consider a success and what will consider as a failure? And then if you do that and you go to the event and then you measure and you check yourself after, you see, okay, if I achieved what I said, yes, no. Even if it's like you said, if you achieve the fact that you were able to speak, let's say I'm an introvert and now I put myself as a goal that I need to speak to at least 3 people.
Exactly.
And not them coming to me,
I'm
going to them.
Yeah.
If I had done that, it was worth the money. It was a good and amazing success. So that's a growth. Exactly. So that's why write yourself your KPI. What will consider for a success and what will be a failure. And then you go, and in everything that you do, in marketing, on everything that you invest in your business, have a KPI. Measure yourself, see what's working, what's not. And all these networking events, you got so many. Yes. So you cannot even go to every one of them. You need to
be selective.
Be selective. This is also very important.
You also don't just want to use it as some social event, but you're going to spend the time and the money going to all these social things, expecting this massive return on investment just because you sat there and you showed up and you were at the event. Like, it takes a lot more than just that, There's 7 points of contact generally if there's going to be some sort of transaction. So 7 points of contact is quite a lot of contact you've got to make with somebody before there's a transaction involved.
But also with your KPI, you need to be very realistic.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to expect to maybe get 5 leads out of it, because that's not realistic. Let's be honest. But if you say that you're going to reach out to 3 people and you're maybe going to get 1 business opportunity out of it and 1 collaboration, I think that's more realistic. And then also, actually, so don't overjump.
No, and sometimes you have amazing. I recently went to an event and I had the most amazing experience. I didn't do KPI. I had no expectation. I went there just going, I wonder how this is going to be. And it ended up being amazing. I got the most phenomenal client who's now started to coach with me, who's just awesome. And it was just right place, right time. And it was just, I think it was just divine intervention. And sometimes you also have to put yourself out there just to see what can happen. So I suppose it's about timing, it's about what your expectation is, it's about what you're prepared to spend. But again, it all goes back to what are you